So you and I spoke at the very beginning of spring training about what it was going to be like to be in charge of these guys. You know, you're already into it. What has it been like? Has it met your expectations, and just your overall feelings so far to date?
Yeah, I think it's been right along with what I've kind of expected. You know, guys like Max and Chris, and you know, the returning guys with Carrasco and Walker and everyone. Like it's been really good. Obviously, winning helps all types of, you know, little inconsistencies and stuff. But it's been great. We've been able to create an environment here where guys can learn and grow and try new things and work on their craft. And yeah, it's been great so far.
When you say an environment to learn and grow, I mean, you can't help but notice every single game, the pitchers that aren't pitching are so engaged with each other, looking at the tablet, you know, showing each other different release points. Is that something that is because of the group, or is that something that you try to instill and, you know, make that happen?
Yeah, I think those types of conversations have always happened, but it's been more just on feel. But now we have the dugout iPads, and they can layer on the video with it, and I'm certainly not going to get in the way of those types of conversations. Even going back as a player, like those are my fondest memories, talking with Johan about his changeup and those types of things. So that's been going on in the game forever, and learning from your teammates. And sometimes it's almost means more when it comes from a teammate, especially a guy like Max or when Jake gets here, like when DeGrom talks about what he tries to do. That means a little bit more than even from like a very experienced pitching coach or a guy that's been around in the game for a long time. You know, sometimes it can mean a little bit more coming from a teammate.
So I'm old enough to remember back in like 1969, Tom Seaver and Jerry Kuzin being on KINER'S corner, and them talking about the internal competition, the friendly competition.
Yeah.
Guy goes out, pitches a great game.
Yeah.
The next guy wants to do better.
Yeah.
86 had that. This team definitely seems to have that. How important is it to have like those one or two aces, as opposed to the guy who knows no one's going to be as good as him, and the other guys just say, I'm never going to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to have the best pitchers that you can possibly have, and we're fortunate enough to have some really, really good ones. And you know you're not going to have those sustained 5-6 game losing streaks, because you're throwing guys every night that can give you 5, 6, 7, 8 innings, and our offense is good enough to put up the type of runs where we don't have to weather a real long losing streak, or at least on paper. Now we still have to go out and compete and do our part to put our best foot forward every night. But you know, I like our chances every single night, no matter who we're facing.
And then also, you know, no one really knows what the trickle-down effect will be for the younger pitchers that get the listen to that experience. For you, was there a particular pitcher, you know, through your major league career that definitely made you a better pitcher?
Yeah, Johan definitely comes to mind in 2012, and then Chris Young in 2013. See why, how he prepared. You know, he didn't have the best stuff, but he won because of his preparation and how he studied hitters, how he studied film, talking about mechanics, those types of things. And yeah, those are the two guys.
And lastly, I know in spring training, Jake started throwing a curveball different times in the count, and even more. And just recently, you know, we had that with Ty throwing curveballs. And is that because when a guy like Max, who has all sorts of pitches, tells him, trust it, it's a bit, I mean, does that give them the confidence when they hear it from him? Like, and no slight on you, does it carry more weight when a Max Scherzer tells him to do that than you?
Yeah, I think so. That's fair to say. Like, I'm no dummy here. Like, my major league career was certainly not anywhere close to what Max has been able to achieve. But again, it goes back to that environment of like talking about the game, and you know, the risk or the value of adding a pitch or throwing a particular pitch in certain counts. I hope that we've created an environment here where we can have those types of conversations. And you know, Jake throwing his curveball, Ty throwing his curveball. Like, these are pitches that they've always had, but they see Max doing it, and so I think it gives them confidence because it's a teammate. They see Max doing well with it, and that they can bring it into their own game.